Hey, this is Victor with SkyTech One, where we cover tech and drone and travel videography. So today we're going to do a review of the Think Tank Photo Essentials Convertible Rolling Backpack, which is right here, which from now on I'll just refer to as the roller, and also compare it to the Think Tank Airport Essentials, which I'll call from now on the Airport Essentials. The roller is a convertible, meaning it can change from rolling suitcase to backpack in under 15 seconds. And the Airport Essentials is just basically with this without the wheels and the handle, but some other minor differences, and I'll cover that in the rest of the video. I've had the Airport Essentials backpack for about 7 years, and I definitely knows it's in and out. Just a disclaimer, the Think Tank sent this copy for free for review purposes, but I'll have to roast them if I have to, because I really want to be objective and help my subscribers out, my people looking for more information. There's not a lot of information, and I just want it to be more create an honest review. Yeah, Think Tank didn't reach out to me. I reached out to them because I was interested in the bag, and that's pretty much how I got here. What are we going to talk about? We're going to first talk about the specs, the pricing, the size, dimensions, etc. Then we're just quickly talk about the looks, the aesthetics, and then we're going to kind of give a quick demo on how it can convert. Then we're going to go through some of the features and functionality. We're going to talk about comfort. We're going to talk about quality of the bag, and finally, which of these two bags should you get, and who's it's for. So let's get started. Let's talk about the specs. The Airport Essentials is around $230 to $242, and it fits up to a 16-inch MacBook Pro. I've tested it out before, and with a thin-ish case and a 10-inch tablet. External dimensions are 11.5 width times 18 height times 7 inches depth. It's about 3 to 4 pounds. Internally, it's 11 inches width, 16.3 height, 5-inch depth. Roller is about $329. It fits pretty much the same thing as this, slightly bigger, with 12.6-inch width times 19-inch height times 8.3-inch depth. That's the exterior. Internals, 12.2-inch width times 16.5-inch height times 4.3 to 5.9-inch in depth. So about this is just like a slightly more, about an inch all around larger than this, that both can fit a couple of DSLRs, or a couple of mirrorless with a few lenses, flashes, other accessories, whatnot.
Sorry to interject here, but the roller does not have the tablet sleeve. It only has the laptop sleeve, while the Airport Essentials has both the laptop sleeve and the tablet sleeve.
I'll open it up and kind of show you how the space is utilized. And I think the reason why it is a little bit chunkier is because of the handle here. This handle does take up a bit of space, but you'll see that the dividers actually, they're not flat on the bottom. They're actually have cutouts for the handle. With that extra inch of space, I'm able to actually put these drone propeller props inside. And yeah, I've actually gone to one of my jobs. So yeah, basically like this, and it'll close. It'll close. Now, I don't think I could do that with the Airport Essentials. Let's close that for a sec. It's just like that extra 1-inch space, that extra 1 inch of depth. You could flatten it out. You could flatten this up. You could flatten this whole thing out and just have it go in like this. But you're gonna have less space for the other items, other piece of gear inside this. So yeah, you could This is obviously too high, but yeah. The Airport Essentials is a personal item. If you're on a plane, that means it can fit underneath the seat in front of you. Now, I confirmed with Think Tank, and the roller is not. It's like I said, it was like an inch larger in each dimension, and I went to, I believe, United or American, and it is too big for under the seat, too big for a personal item. So this just fits in the overhead compartment, but definitely fine with being a carry-on, and it's smaller than the maximum limits of a carry-on. So now you might get away with this being, a personal item. If the agent is having a bad day, you might get screwed. So let's go through a walkthrough of the features. First, they're pretty much identical. They have a water repellent coating, which is great. I've actually had my Airport Essentials fall into a river once, and it was underwater. It was floating on the water for a few seconds before I retrieved it. No issues. But if you have torrential rain, if you're in if you're boating or whatever, they both have these rain covers, and that should even give you more protection. Water bottle holder, about this, pretty much the same water bottle holder or tripod mount. They have the straps for it, and I think I used it once for something else, maybe like a monopod or something. But yeah, they work well. And bottom handle is a little bit different. It's actually the rest for the rolling. So this is a little different. This is a plastic rest and also a handle, while this is the Airport Essentials is just a strap on the bottom. So you're getting actually a better handle on the roller. Yeah, they both have a side handle, and they're definitely have a bit of padding, and they're comfortable. Convertibility. Let's talk about convertibility for a second. Let's put this down. Basically, right now we have it in backpack mode, and like I said before, we can convert quite easily. So first, you take that out from the bottom, and this just hides these two straps. All right. So they hide in perfectly. There's no straps leaking out, and then the handle just kind of extends, right? So now you're at suitcase mode, and yeah, the handles they're sturdy. They're not flimsy. And if you want to come back to backpack mode, you do have it. Now, I want to make a quick note here that you see these straps. They're typically the backpack straps. They're over here, and I guess I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe because the wheels are here, but they decided to put the strap attachment around, I don't know, like 40% from the bottom. So in terms of comfort, I'll talk about comfort a little bit later, but I didn't really have an issue with the comfort. However, I was wearing it kind of wrong for a bit, and I was having a little bit of discomfort when I was wearing it wrong, like this. You're actually supposed to bring this back, and you have this kind of lumbar support right here. So both bags are, I would say, relatively comfortable, while the Airport Essentials does get heavy when you fill it up. There isn't any pain, and you can still wear it with no issues for an hour, 2 hours, maybe even more. Yeah, I could go an hour or two or more carrying a full load, but I don't really want to do that. I'd rather be super comfortable. It's basically like, would I want to carry 32 pounds for 2 hours, or pull the same weight and feel like I'm carrying 0 pounds? So, which is why I got the roller. So with the roller, there isn't any pressure anymore. You're more free to do things. You can carry other things. And now you can, quote unquote, carry it indefinitely. Now, if you're wondering how this feels filled up, if you actually do want it to carry all that weight, I was able to carry it about half an hour more or less, no issues, kind of like similar with the Airport Essentials. So I didn't really carry more than half hours. I can't say for that, but for under half hour, I think it's totally fine. Let's talk about looks. Overall, they look good. They're both minimalistic, utilitarian kind of look. It's not showy. It doesn't try to be like futuristic or edgy. I think, which is all good in my book. And you know, the wheels and handles, you know, they're very normal. They're very minimalistic as well. So they're done very tastefully. Now, if it were a car, I would say that these bags are somewhere between like a Toyota and a Lexus. Probably more leaning towards a Lexus. All right, let's talk about quality. Both these bags have a very premium feel to it. Everything seems like it'll last for many years. The zippers are, you know, they're smooth. These are very smooth. I mean, these are new, but even in the older one, they're fairly smooth. They go a little slower over several years, but they're still relatively decent. One thing I want to mention on the Airport Essentials is that there is like this webbing right here, this connector, if you will. Sometimes it does get caught on the zipper. So this doesn't happen all of the time, but it happens some of the time. It does get, it is a little bit annoying. This zipper issue has not been an issue for the roller, even though it also does have the webbing right here. So maybe it could be an issue possibly in the future. Now, the wheel quality is pretty good. It's solid, kind of like a rollerblade. Rubber ball bearings, and I think it's going to last over time. The straps are also good. They're padded, generously padded. They seem pretty durable. Overall, the quality is pretty good on the premium side. Now, there's one thing I want to talk about that is interesting. So both these bags have these locks. There's this cable and a lock. Now, on the Airport Essentials backpack, there's a kind of integrated lock that's permanently attached to the cable. I like that a lot because you'll never lose this lock. And this is possibly my favorite feature about the Airport Essentials is this lock and this cable, because it's used so many times where I'm on a shoot, I want to lock the gear that I don't use. I'll lock it to a chair, or I'll lock it to some type of beam or whatever, and I don't have to worry about my gear getting stolen. There's a lot of peace of mind with this particular feature. I mean, it's not for if you're gonna leave this overnight. It's for if you're gonna walk away from your bag for, let's say, 15 minutes, or if you're close to your bag and you want to lock it to a specific area. The roller doesn't have that integrated lock, but it's just a regular TSA lock and the cable. Now, the cable will never fall off, but you might lose the TSA lock. And I prefer the kind of integrated lock on the Airport Essentials. I spoke with Think Tank, and they said that some of these bags, some of the rollers have this TSA lock, and some of them have the integrated lock. And in the photos, typically you'll see the ones with the integrated lock, but not a huge big deal. Yeah, so overall I really like the roller, and it definitely met all my expectations for the roller. It's basically the Airport Essentials with wheels and a handle. There's two, I would say maybe like 1.5 issues I have with it is just the security lock, the lock. It's not integrated, but some of them are.
I just want to add that, you know, I am grateful that Think Tank actually included the lock and the cable, because a lot of other competition out there in this category, in this price range, most of them, they don't even offer the cable or the lock. So I think kudos to Think Tank for that.
And the other is, like I say, it's half of an issue. Is that it's not under the seat, but I really can't say it's like a big issue, because if you were able to fit this underneath the seat in front of you on a plane, they would have to decrease the size, the internal dimensions of this bag, and I would not be able to put these in there. So I think I wouldn't even say that's an issue, actually. You know, that not even half an issue, because having a larger bag is actually also a really good thing. So who is this bag for? Let's talk about the Airport Essentials, of course. The Airport Essentials is for working professionals, photography, videography enthusiasts, drone enthusiasts, travel photographers, travel videographers, travel drone pilots, anyone wanting to carry, you know, a medium-sized backpack that fits underneath the seat of the person in front of you on a plane. So the roller is better for more professionals who want to take the load off their shoulders or to carry their heavier gear more often. So that means you can bring more gear without being tired, without worrying about being tired and leaving stuff at home just because you don't want to carry too much stuff. So yeah, it's having the handle, having the wheels is kind of like a game changer, and really good for comfort, really good for just taking the load off your back. So I would say this roller would be gearing towards more professionals, kind of, yeah. But that doesn't mean that as a professional you're not gonna get the Airport Essentials. So both bags are great. They have very similar use cases, but they also have some differences. So I highly recommend both bags, but if I were to only choose one, which would I choose? I think it would be the Airport Essentials, mainly because I can take it on a plane as a personal item and bring my carry-on for my clothes. Other than that, I might actually go with the roller because of the convenience and the comfort. That is pretty important too.
Yeah, just another quick interjection. I have been using the roller for all my small and medium jobs. It's great. I just rather use it than the Airport Essentials, especially with the handle of the wheels. It just takes, such a heavy load off my back. I do, my car is parked about 4 or 5 minutes away. So I think having this roller, even for that amount, is great.
If you felt this video was any way helpful, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm. And if you want to see more stuff like this, more reviews, more drone videography, more travel drone videography, definitely hit subscribe. It also helps out the channel as well. Again, this is Victor with SkyTech1. Have a nice day. I'll see you in the next one.